Welcome back, Glow and Grow with Joe. Today I have an important topic to talk about and why a lot of you guys need to make this happen ASAP, soon as possible, whenever you can, right away. A lot of you guys right now, if you're of age, above 18 or at the age where you can open up a bank account wherever you're from, a lot of you guys have traditional bank accounts, which is, nothing is wrong with that. But a lot of you guys have used traditional banks and you use their savings accounts. And in the savings accounts that come with the traditional banks, and when I say traditional banks, I mean physical banks that you can walk into in your local town. Right there, you can just walk into it. You don't gotta get on the phone, be waiting. You can just walk right to it, get there, walk right in, pull up right to it. A lot of these traditional banks, they offer savings accounts. I must say, with their savings account, the average they make off interest a month, what they give you for letting your money sit in the savings account, they offer you about what, 0.01%, 0.03% at the most, which is nothing. Now we're gonna talk about why you should open a high yield savings account. And the difference between the two is, traditional banks, they offer you nothing for having your money. For them making money off your money that's being held inside their savings account, they're making so much money off you, lending it, giving it back, and they're lending it out, and you're only getting like 0.01%. Literally, that's nothing. If you put $1,000 into that savings account, every month you're probably gonna get paid like what, freaking a cent, 10 cents off that month, or probably 10 cents of that year, that full year. So now let's talk about the high yield savings account. That's the traditional account, what I just talked about, and how much they pay you for keeping your money in their savings account. They pay you 0.01 to 0.03, maybe 0.05%, which still is nothing. What you probably gonna get, $5 at the end of the year? You know, if anything like that. $5 at the end of the year, what, couple cents every month? Nah, so we ain't gonna, nah. Don't get me wrong, traditional accounts, like for paying bills, is cool because you need at least 3 different accounts, but we're gonna say that for a different video. So if you're just using that traditional checkings account just to pay bills, you're not really holding money in there, cool, you good. But now we're gonna talk about the high yield savings account. The high yield savings accounts, they offer anywhere between, with my knowledge, I would say 3 to 5%. It could be some that range from 2 to 7%, but from what I've seen so far and what I came across, I've seen 3% to 5%. So I've seen some over 6%, but 3 to 5%. The difference between those banks, they pay you more for having your savings sitting to one of their savings accounts. They pay you more. It's just the interest rate. The interest rate is just more. They pay you more for holding your savings in their accounts monthly. Let's say if you have $1,000, you put that in a high yield savings account. After 30 days, 31 days of having that in your account, let's say the account that you hold offers 3%. That $1,000, you're gonna make $3. I mean, not $3. They're gonna pay you 3%. They're gonna pay you 3% of that $1,000. So that 3% is like around what you'll be making, probably like $2 to $3 a month, which that is a lot better than getting paid what, 2 to 3 cents a month. That's nothing. I'd rather get paid $2 to $3 a month, and at the end of the day, that let the compound do its work. By the end of the year, that shit gonna turn out to what, $35 compared to the traditional savings account. By the end of the year, with the compound interest, you're gonna be paid, man, I say at the max $7, $6. Compare that to $30 at the end of the year. And the payout ranges from, it depends on how much money you have in a savings account. I just started with $1,000. So you put 10,000, you know, shit go up. That's $300 in a year. Getting paid from that. Come on now, that's free money. That's free money. Yeah, y'all would be like, well, how come you're so qualified to talk about this? Only reason I would say I'm qualified to talk about this is because I did this on my own. I'm 25. I did this on my own just like, what, about a year or two ago. I finally set up a high yield savings account. I went with Capital One. They had a bunch of different ones, but the one that I feel like was a good fit for me was Capital One. They have a bunch of Chime. They have Wealthfront. They have a bunch of them. But I went with Capital One. Starting me off with 4%. You know, interest rates, they changed throughout the years. So right now I'm sitting at like 3.40, which is cool. That's better than traditional account. So I would go with that one. That's how you make passive income easily. High yield savings account. Set up automatic payments whenever you get paid, whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. Have a set amount to come out your check and automatically get deposited into that high yield savings account. And you can just use that high yield savings account as like an emergency fund or a short-term savings pool. Whatever you do, just make sure it's a high yield savings account. One reason I wanted to speak about this is because a lot of people my age, younger, older, don't even know about that. They just set up a bank account, one bank account, that's all they have. They use one bank account to pay all their bills and save. Bad itself. You need at least 3 different bank accounts, but we're gonna save that for another video. I've learned a lot with this savings. Ever since I set up this high yield savings account, I've been using it. I use it to store my emergency fund. Set up automatic payments, and it adds up. Let that compound interest just build and build and build and build. Happy to have you guys here watching me, learning from me, picking up them gems, and just learning new things that a lot of us Americans, usually black Americans, don't really know. They don't really grow up with this type of information. Like, I never in my life growing up heard about a high yield savings account at all. I don't even think I ever really heard interest rates being talked about in my family growing up, so because it was just poverty. Yes sir, back at it with another one. Glow and Grow with Joe. I want all you guys to repeat after me. On my mama, I like, comment, and subscribe on this video to help Joe out and help Joe grow. My bad, I ain't now you gotta do it. Nah, lock in, gang. Let's get it.